Hey guys, what's up? My name is Tech and welcome to another base build on Rust. If you're new to the channel, I do a decent amount of base building here. Also do a whole lot of solo survival and duo survival and stuff like that in the game. This base looks pretty simple. It's actually based around a hidden loot design that I came up with. I'll toss that up in the top right corner now if you want to go check that out. But otherwise, let's get right into it. Obviously, it looks like a pretty basic, just 2x3. Just a regular roof on there. The goal is really to make it look like a base that wouldn't be worthwhile to raid. Got just a regular airlock on it with a box. Come over here. Got just the 4 boxes for stuff you're gonna put in there before you move it into the hidden room. Over here we got your TC, another box, and your sleeping bag. Obviously you can fit a decent amount of players in here. You got 3 little boxes, 3 furnaces. Come up the ladder hatch. There's more room for beds and stuff like that. This ladder hatch also does another job. It acts as a block against when people are trying to go deep. I think people can eventually squeeze through here. I'm not really sure. Yeah, there you go. You can get through this way, but it at least gives you a way to fight. But yeah. And now, you know, that's pretty much the whole inside of the base. I'm sure you're wondering where you're going to be able to hide your loot in this base to keep it safe from everybody, because obviously it's not that hard to raid right now. So what you're going to do is, before you get offline for the night, you get all your valuable stuff that you don't want to lose in case somebody does raid it, and you come over to one of these 2 boxes here, and all you got to do is break those. And now with those broken, you get to see where the hidden loot boxes are. And down there, you go ahead and just throw that in there. And then what you're going to want to do is kill yourself. Go into F1 menu, suicide, and then you'll spawn in this bag that's down here. Down here, obviously, you got 2 big boxes, 2 little boxes. You could probably rearrange this and fit more down here. This is just sort of like a quick put together. Then you'd come over here, grab your valuable stuff, and go ahead and store it here. And all this stuff should be safe. What you don't want to do is you don't want to log off down here, just in case like your foot sticks through the wall or somebody has ESP and they can see you. So you just want to move your loot down here. And once you're done with that, go ahead, kill yourself and come back up here. And obviously you want to make sure to fill in the gaps here. So if you do get raided, nobody notices those boxes right there. And that's nice and easy. And boom. Right back to being hidden loot. And I mean, nobody's really gonna super investigate this like, oh man, he's gotta have hidden loot down here. Same thing back here. You could do those little boxes if you wanted. I put this big box just to show you how you could wind up seeing that. You could still access it this way too. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole inside of the base there. And honestly, it's pretty hidden. Nobody, I think, is really gonna look at this base and be like, oh man, there's gotta be more to this. If anything, they're gonna try to go upstairs. So before we get into building it, I just want to show one way that you can make this base a little bit stronger. And it's only up to you guys really. I'm just going to show you how to build just the regular 2x3. But the easiest way to make this base just a little bit stronger is if you put the high walls here. And this is the easiest way I found to do it. Put the high wall back there like that. And then you come over to this one, put the high walls here. And same thing on this side. And then that way, hopefully, they don't try to rocket in there. Then the only other way, because you do have the 4 boxes I showed you, they are right there. The easiest way to give those a little bit of extra protection would be to just build up some extra honeycomb here. Convert all that stuff to stone. And that's all you're gonna really need to do like that. Obviously put another roof on there too. I'm not gonna go too crazy with it right now. And that's all you would have to do to make it nice and safe. So now that you guys have seen the tour, let me go over there and I'm gonna build you this from scratch and show you how to do it yourself. Alright guys, so the trickiest part when you come to build this, you're going to start off with a square foundation. You're going to want to get it just above eye level so that you're like just walking under it. Then you're going to go ahead and put stairs going down, put another stair going down, come back to the first stair, delete that, and put that stairs there. You'll know you're about the right height when you can see most of 2 stairs. That's what you really need to see, is most of the 2 stairs there. So we should be at a good height here. Then you just come back over here with square foundations. And then build wall. Build the walls right there at the end of your stairs. Hop back up here. Actually, we'll go back down here. Stone, stone, stone. Then you can get rid of this. Now, you are probably going to want to do a starter base. Only because this does take a decent amount of resources to do all in one shot. And you don't really want to give people a chance to look in here and realize like, oh hey, he's got no floor down there. So you want to try to do it all at the same time. So you may want to start off with a starter base. Come over here, throw your TC in the corner. Throw down your personal bag. Go ahead and lock this thing in. Put that on there. Then you can come over here. Alright, and now you're all secure. Just get rid of these stairs. So now you're all secure, you can sort of take your time doing the rest of it. And the first thing that you're going to want to do is take a sleeping bag. Hopefully the beach doesn't mess me up too bad. Alright, yeah. Throw your sleeping bag in that corner. And then this is a key part. Because you're going to have to come down here. You're going to want to put a small box down here, and then either put one of these drop boxes or put 200 frags, whichever one you want to do. It's probably easier, you know, if you put the drop boxes. You could do 2 of them, because that's how many we're going to use in this build. Or you can just do 1 and eventually send yourself the frags down to the bottom. So once you have your sleeping bag in there, you might want to come over here and name this, you know, secret room. That way you know which one it is. And then you're all ready to seal that thing up. Once that's like that, go ahead and make it stone. And look, you already can't tell that there's something down there. So now the next thing I personally would do is obviously put up a airlock. Once that's there, you know, you could start putting in your furnaces. Obviously, you're probably going to want a box in here. So the next thing you might want to do, so you can move out of your starter base, just go ahead and put in your loot room over here. Get your 4 boxes up there. And then here, if you don't have the stuff to make a ladder hatch, you can go ahead and just make this wood, so then you can hatch it out later. But since we have the stuff to make a ladder hatch, I'm gonna go ahead and put that door frame there, put that there, and then you can go ahead and throw your hatch up there. So now you're pretty much ready to make that hidden loot room. So now you just got to kill yourself and make sure that you have your bag in here, obviously, so you can still find your base. Kill yourself, spawn down in that bag that you have labeled secret room, and then you would take your drop boxes out or your frags and make your drop boxes. And you want to come over here, and the hardest part is going to be getting these things the right height through the floor. So if you look at the gap between the small door in the middle of the box, you can tell about how far you're going to need to be. Right about there seems to be like the sweet spot. And then you want to do the same thing here. Roughly the same spot. This one's a little bit lower. We're going to find out if we go up top and it worked or not. Yeah, that one I did too low. That's what I thought. But that just goes to show you got to be very careful, because they do take a while to knock down if you do it wrong. So you want to do it just like that, like a thin enough gap. That one should be dead on now because it's the same as that side. Give you guys a couple of angles so you could see about how far it is. I wish this candle hat would do a little bit better job of showing it. There you go. So there's a decent little gap there. And then you'll know you've done it right if those things aren't sticking through the ground too much. If they stick too much, then it'll be difficult to stick the little boxes on them. So you want to try to get it as flush as possible. Then you just come over, start in this corner. And there you go. All 3 of your boxes all lined up. And like I said over here, if you really wanted to, instead of using the big box that I showed, you could always go ahead and do the little boxes on this side too. Just to make sure that nobody sees anything. And you know, should be pretty hard for somebody to come along and figure out what you got going on down there. And that way too, if you really wanted to, you could probably slowly transfer stuff in a whole bunch of rooms, really. So I mean, there you go, guys. It's pretty basic base, but even if you do get raided, I mean, realistically, they're gonna come through what, 2 doors maybe, and once they're up here, they're gonna assume that this is the TC. They're gonna assume that this one's loot. So I really don't think they're gonna be breaking your small boxes. They might break your hatch. And then, like I said, with the high walls, I would put those on the side of the base only because it would help prevent them from rocketing. Because if they were to rocket like right here, they would wind up blowing out your downstairs wall and they would find your hidden loot room. So that's about it for the build, guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys figure out how to use it, maybe in your own designs if you don't want to specifically do it in this base. But I would love to hear about it down below in the comments and see how you guys use it, how you like it, and everything like that. If you do like the build, I would love if you would drop the video a like. And if you aren't already subscribed to the channel, maybe you want to hit that subscribe button and stay up to date. I got a whole bunch more builds coming, got a whole lot more gameplay coming, and I look forward to bringing it to you guys. So I hope you enjoyed the build, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.